Hello and welcome. My name is Tom.
And I'm Heather.
And you are sitting at The Couples Table.
The Couples Table is a weekly live stream podcast here on this channel. Join us for better or worse.
For richer or poorer.
In sickness and in health.
As long as we both shall live.
Woo!
We did it. Yay.
Yay.
Hello, everybody.
Hello. Welcome to episode 55 of The Couples Table.
We have got quite the show. Thanks for everyone who's been here. And I just noticed Chip said, I still don't even really know what Scott is other than a frequent answer on the New York Times crosswords. I really like I have the crossword app, and it's still fun. Corgi was one of the words the other day.
Well, there you go. All right. Hello, everybody. So today we're actually going to be doing something different because we've got segments. We're going to just, I don't know. We couldn't decide on a whole thing to talk about. So we're gonna. So one of the things that I've always wanted to do on this show, I was gonna say do with Tom. This just sounded weird. Is to run by some creator news with him. So that's what we're going to do. And I figured, because he doesn't pay attention to this stuff, but I'm like, I'm constantly all up in this. Yeah. And I kind of want to see his reaction, see what your guys' reaction is. And I figured it would be a cool discussion point. But before we get into it, we got some announcements. First of all is
community news.
Community news.
Yeah.
So Tom and I, if you haven't been following, we started a new series here on my vlog channel where we're documenting kind of the launch of our new Mighty Network group community space thing, which should be launching here in the next few weeks. Mastermind members should get their invite today.
This very day?
Yes,
on this very day?
And then I think we're going to be sending out our initial invites to anyone who applied in the next week. So it's very exciting, and we should be just like full on launched by the end of the month.
That's awesome.
So stay tuned for that. If you did apply, we're not ignoring you. We're just finishing touches on it. So there you go. Second announcement is I'm going to be joined by a very special guest on my live stream podcast over on my tutorial channel. I'm going to be joined by Marie Poulin, who is a rock star at really growing her business because of her YouTube channel, even though she has 26,000 subscribers, which is a lot. But if you've heard me talk about the passion economy before, I really emphasize the depth versus the volume of a YouTube community, and she's just an awesome example of that. So if you are interested in figuring out how you can either build a business or different ways to monetize off of your YouTube channel, please join us Tuesday, 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and bring your questions about YouTube stuff.
Bring your Q's to be A's.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she's also like a Notion rock star. So if you want to ask her about Notion, there you go.
Alrighty. We got some questions here.
We got some questions.
We got Ricky Filmtopia checking in.
What's
Congratulations. Up? Your channel has been going
yes.
bonkers in the past week or two. So congrats on all that. And you've been doing an amazing job. I did see Homesick Max comment about Mike. So I think they're even now. They should be.
How's this?
And then Explanatory Live asked, do you have to pay to join Mighty Networks? And the answer is yes, you do. It is going to be a paid community. And a big part of that is to have, so everyone has some skin in the game. So that way it's not just like.
We want to.
There's still lots of free opportunities.
Kind of.
Like this show's the same.
Yeah.
Heather's YouTube Huddle Up is this, like tons of free opportunities. But this is sort of people who want to take it like at a slightly different level. It really does help when it is kind of.
Just invested.
Yeah.
peeps.
Everyone having that investment is
yeah. So like if you just want to hang out with us. We have a Discord server we check every now and then. That's free.
Also
obviously.
Comments on these videos.
Yeah, but our vision is like we want to make the community that we legit want to be a part of.
Yeah.
So
and it's coming along really nice. Like it's all there. It's like the house is built and we've gone through, but like the furniture's not in yet. You know,
we're like painting the walls.
That doesn't mean you guys would be the furniture though. Anyway.
Okay, so that was that. Okay, and then the last thing we're going to tease the Skacast because some people are here just for
There's
that.
updates.
There's updates, and we'll do that at the end.
Yeah.
So cool. Okay, let's jump into some creator news.
There's been some ska drama. Anyway, creator news.
So Tom has no idea what these news pieces are, but I just curated some that I thought were interesting.
Okay.
Here we go.
Let's do this. We even have a little thing here. If I push this button, we have a screen share happening.
Here we go.
Okay. Take it away. Oh.
Facebook is setting up a program to pay $1 billion to creators through the end of 2022. It's going to be allocated among creators of all types, giving influencers an incentive for creating and posting original content to Facebook and Instagram. And they can earn money by using specific Facebook and Instagram features or by hitting certain milestones. If creators live stream on a regular basis, they can earn cash.
I like that they use the word lure in their headline because that sums it up for me. Well, do you have thoughts on this? I'm going to read through some of this here. We could post you don't have the link there. Let's say we could post the link to this in the chat, but I don't have the chat up here.
I should go get my laptop.
I can open up the chat here while you're talking. Tell me what your thoughts are.
I mean, I think it's not a surprise to anybody that I am just against the whole I'm not against it, but it's just not my thing. The whole like influencer approach. Literally, like this is what we talked about last time, where you're taking a very entertainment approach where it's like dance monkey. You just have to do like, it's very like performative and try to get as many views as possible. And I think that this is going to be a lot of that kind of content. Is very entertainment focused. So, I mean, that's cool, but I feel like it's a certain type of content where the creators are paid by the platforms directly. I just feel like it lends itself to a certain type of entertainment content. I don't know. What do you think?
I pretty much agree. Also, I just hate Facebook. So it's like they could be like, hey, Tom, we'll wash your car every week for a year or whatever. And I'm like, no, thanks, Facebook. Please just go away.
I do think that it is very interesting that $1 billion into the content creation industry. I mean, that's like...
But if you look at it from their point of view...
Yeah.
Their thing is ads, right? That's what they need. They need content to put ads on. So this investment of $1 billion in content isn't, I'm being as cynical as possible, isn't necessarily like an investment in, oh my gosh, content creators, but it's we need you guys making more stuff because we need more stuff to put ads on, because clearly they're planning on probably earning much more than $1 billion in revenue from that. So, I mean, it's fine. Like if Facebook is working for you, I don't mean to be like, oh, you don't use it. I mean,
there is a reason why we multi-stream to both Facebook and YouTube.
Oh, yeah, we're on Facebook right now.
Yeah, hi, Facebook. If you want to pay us,
Hello,
we'll take it.
Yes. Does this count as a live stream? I'll take that money now, please.
You just poofed all over them this entire time.
Uh-oh.
But also, the other thing I would say is if you are still like playing around, I think it's worth dipping a toe into Facebook. Like, what if this is your platform? Who knows?
It could work. The thing I will say, so to be as fair and objective as possible, is when you and I used to do streams to Facebook like years ago, and so things could have changed this a while ago, but there were like, just in terms of interface and features and the way you set up live streams and did stuff like that and upload videos, there were a couple things about it that were easier or nicer to use than YouTube. I like that. The problem was that it ended up on Facebook, and that was my problem. But
how do I switch back to the other angle?
You should be able to hit previous scene.
Okay, cool. Really quick, Jonah's here. Hope you both are doing well. I'll be starting my first stream on Monday thanks to yours and Filmtopia's encouragement.
Yes, congratulations.
Yay, how exciting. I'll have to subscribe, Jonah.
That's super exciting.
Okay, let's see.
Ron's here.
They approached me with the 1 billion, but I was like, nah. I feel like your content is very suited for Facebook, explanatory live. Let's see. I feel like you need to put your pinky to your mouth when you're reading that Facebook headline in the style.
Yes. Gary's here.
Hi, Gary.
Gary posted a picture of himself on Twitter, like it was how it started, how it's going, and it was him at a concert ages ago as a kid, but he had like his 8mm camcorder, and I was like, I used to bring 8mm camcorders to concerts too.
Jessica, I'm not happy with Facebook actions, especially toward Instagram, but I do feel this could help artists of all kinds. I guess we will see what Facebook highlights.
I don't know. It's sort of like I got to be a guest host on the Buzzcast, which is Buzzsprouts podcast, a couple weeks ago, and they were talking about Facebook launching podcasts now. So you can podcast on Facebook, and they're now one of the directories, which was a very interesting.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
I do feel like an old man anytime I tell the youths I'm on Facebook.
Yeah, it was really funny teaching high school over the past decade or plus. When I first started teaching high school, the big thing was students would constantly want to friend me on Facebook, and it had to become a big thing of like, I never accept student friend requests. Like, it's never going to happen. No. And after, I would say maybe around 2015 or so, it just never was an issue again. Maybe they didn't want to be my friend anymore, but also like they just weren't on Facebook at all.
When I go on, well, okay, let me get into the next piece of
I'm
news,
curious. That's an interesting one. I like that.
I feel like this kind of builds off of it.
Okay, we're building.
Are we ready? Set.
Spaghetti.
Instagram is no longer a...
I saw this
right
clip,
here.
and I heard about this,
shoot,
where the dude said the thing.
Okay, we are no longer just a square photo sharing app. Basically, the highlights are right here, video. Video is driving an immense amount of growth online for all the major platforms, and I think it's something we need to lean into more. And they're going to be doing shopping and stuff, but here... we're no longer a photo sharing app or square photo sharing app. The number one reason that people say they use Instagram in research is to be entertained. So people are looking to us for that, into entertainment and into video.
Instagram has struggled with like video, though. It's so messy with like IGTV, and I know Reels are there, and they seem, I mean, I know people see success on them, but it's so confusing, at least to me as a user and as a creator. Like,
well, considering that this was the last article that we just looked at.
Yeah, but aren't they the same company?
Well, that's what I'm saying. So I think a lot of the video content creation is going to be on
so that
Instagram.
$1 billion could also be pushed towards
Instagram creators.
That makes a lot of sense.
Which is so... I honestly... I remember when Mark Zuckerberg, like, I don't even know, let's say like 2015, 2016, he made the prediction that most of the content we consume on the internet was going to be video.
Right.
And that I understood because I saw the trend even in just myself. When I go on Instagram, I'm not necessarily watching videos. Like, I would say it's even at most, because I do check like Reels or I check stories.
Stories are
fun. I avoid Reels because it just reminds me of TikTok. But yeah, so I don't know.
What was I gonna say about this? The thing is, my instinct when hearing this was to be like, I don't know, was to like be bummed that they're not a photo sharing app, but they've also like not been a good photo sharing app for years because the photos all look terrible on Instagram and you can't even zoom in on them or anything. So even when like these amazing photographers post their great shots, can you zoom in on photos now?
You have been able to do that for a long time, man.
I don't know. Well, I can't. It doesn't do anything. But anyway, either way, so you can zoom in on it. But the compression, the way it like compresses the photos put on there, they look like garbage. They're like all JPEG'd out and artifacts and gross. I mean, Twitter's better for sharing photos than Instagram.
I feel like they've come past that, but like now that's not even where they want to be.
I mean, I still see photos that look like garbage today, and that's not like...
Here's the implication that kind of I'm worried about.
Okay.
Because whatever, every platform can do whatever they want. I hate how every platform is trying to be everything.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, Instagram, you were a photo sharing app, and it was a way, a long time ago, it was a way to keep in touch with friends in a way that you couldn't on Facebook because of the chronological feed, which they're never going to bring back. But now it's like, okay, now you want to do video, and like this, so you want to lean into it and entertainment. So you're taking away from YouTube, you're taking away from TikTok, and you're trying to make it into your thing. I'm just curious as to like, when do we use each platform? Because I think right now everyone has their own lane, but the more like, if Facebook is putting $1 billion into content creation, a lot of which is going to be video, does that mean that people are going to go to Facebook the same way they used to go to YouTube? I don't know. That's kind of like
I would hope not. But I mean, just from a user's point of view, like I don't want to have.
I know my experience on Facebook and Instagram is still passive. It's still passive of like, I don't know what I'm gonna see when I open it. Whereas on YouTube, I know exactly what I want to see at least.
That's true.
Like who I'm gonna see it from, and there's a certain mood that I'm in and I'm expecting to see like certain type of content where I don't have that on Facebook because I don't.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we're just not the Facebook
Anyway,
demographic. I don't
James
know.
and Mark says Facebook use for me is dwindling, but still hop on to see memories. Yes.
I still check. I mean, I still check it, and it's also like, but it's literally like people in real life or relatives that I just wouldn't be able to keep up with otherwise.
Facebook just destroyed Instagram with that new algorithm where you can only see stuff they want you to see instead of the people you follow. Yeah.
Oh, is that a thing that happened? I saw people
Yeah.
talking about like they just changed the algorithm again. I didn't even realize. Seems like figuring out the Instagram algorithm is even more of an intense thing than like the YouTube algorithm.
Well, because here's the thing with Instagram is like they pretty much they have separate feeds, but like I never check the explore page. So to me, there's only one feed and it's the home page, right? And home used to be that you only saw updates from people that you saw
Right.
plus ads. But now it's like, oh, you might like this
Oh,
the same thing.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Like yeah.
Clearly, I use it all the time. I use Instagram as email, honestly. That's like where half of my
Instagram is
messages
scared
come
of
from.
TikTok. They are purposely going to suppress photo posts, but what about digital artists? Now we can post anything without video. It is worrisome.
That is weird.
Oh, we can't. Yeah. Also, Aubrey's getting tattooed right now.
Would love to know what the tattoo is going to be of.
Yeah,
it
what is
us?
it? Let's see.
It's our faces.
I'm with Tom. I can't figure out how to zoom in on Instagram. You just two fingers, guy.
Literally nothing happens when I do that.
Oh my god. Hold on.
Maybe I don't have
I'm
an
gonna
updated
show
version or
him
something.
right now. Okay.
Yes, there's a photo.
Hold on. Let me not do that one. Okay. Here. Ready?
Okay. Whoa. Look at that.
You've been able to do that for a while.
I swear it doesn't work. I
Okay.
don't know. But I just saw it. It's true.
My old brain can only use Instagram to promote my Facebook live streams. Other than that, I can't get much engagement on my profile.
I know the thing I really do like Instagram for, and I think we talked about this last time, is I like stories. I'm learning like more about stories, and Instagram Live, which I wish they would, if they're putting all this money towards video, I wish they would open it up towards not having to be stuck using like your phone camera, being able to connect another device or even use a desktop to connect to Instagram Live. That would be a game changer. But for me, I like that because it's the opposite of YouTube, where YouTube is like thought out, polished, whatever, and Instagram can be like much more sort of rough and experimental, and that's fun. So that for me personally serves two different purposes, scratches two different itches.
Yeah, but you're also primarily a YouTuber.
Yeah,
so
I
it's
know
like
I'm not like
it's
the
the secondary
main person.
platform for you.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I don't even know what engagement is.
To me, Facebook is a platform too. Well, broadcast my activities, columns, poetry, podcast, short, artistic videos, but I would never put what I create on the servers of Facebook itself.
So you host them somewhere else and then share it through Facebook.
Oh.
Which I know that's what a lot of people do, and it is nice because Facebook does make it so easy to tag stuff and do this and that. But I know Facebook as a platform obviously prefers content that they're hosting for obvious reasons. But it's like then you have to host it on Facebook.
The social nets need to chase trends to keep growing eyeballs. It is a problem with an unfocused business model and a good lesson for smaller fries like us.
Interesting. I like unfocused business model because it is. I'm curious what would happen if one of the social networks. It will never happen, but like the idea of grow, we just have to grow. And I know they're public companies, every quarter or whatever, they have to produce profits for their shareholders. So it's an inevitable thing. But what if there was a company that was like, we're good, like we're happy, we kind of hit where we want to be, we're just going to do a good job here. If we just maintain, like
listening
we'd be happy.
to more passion economy stuff, and the discussion was that it was just going to be a divide. Like you're gonna have the people who, commoditize, maximize numbers, and then there's always gonna be a place for the people who want something more, I don't know, thoughtful, concierge.
Well, I mean, even beyond that, I'm thinking of like as a business, if you have your revenue and your income as a business, obviously you want to grow. Like, having a YouTube channel, I want the numbers to grow, but what if you hit a point?
Not everyone wants to scale.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying, though, is you hit a point where you're like, hey, this is good. Like, we're making enough money. We're supporting enough. Everything's great. We're just going to be happy with where we're at and keep doing what we're doing. In a way, I feel like that's almost a more powerful position because it puts you in the position to turn things down and not have to chase trends and to be able to say no. And in a way, I feel like that's a powerful place to be, even though the numbers aren't going to be where the other numbers. I don't know if that makes sense, but
It's a passion economy.
Oh, okay. I was like, your smile was
I'm
like...
smiling because that's
okay.
exactly...
It was a good smile. I thought it was a you tried smile.
YouTube wins because of search. Other platforms have not figured that out.
But
Exactly.
And I will go back to what we say too. Search, yes, for sure. But also the catalog of content that you can create. I don't know of another platform that has the way YouTube has it, where it's not just my videos, it pops up in search, but here's my whole library of content on my channel. I can have control over the playlists. I can also put YouTube in control over how the videos are. But videos that are created years ago can still serve purpose and help to build your channel now. And I don't know of like, here's an Instagram reel I made years ago, which I guess wouldn't be possible.
You would just have to go through all of them chronologically.
That is hugely valuable, that the content you create on YouTube has a long shelf life.
Yeah. All right, so this is kind of related. We've got the last two pieces are YouTube related.
Okie dokie. I like YouTube.
So speaking of what you just said.
Yes, I said things.
YouTube rolls out personalized video recommendation feed called New to You.
Okay.
Have you heard about this?
No.
Okay, so I'm a YouTube coach, and I had no idea that the Explore page was not catered based on your behavior on YouTube.
Like the homepage?
Yeah.
It 100% is, though.
It's not.
But it is, though.
It's based on verticals.
What
So
does vertical
if you
mean?
watch a gaming video, you will see another gaming video.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's not user.
But,
If you watch another vlog, you're going to see another vlog, but that's not because you liked, videos from this person or whatever.
Oh,
It's more vertical based.
interesting. Because it's always, if I find a new channel, I watch one or two videos from them for the next 2 days, the top 2 left things are always going to be that channel.
Right. So I think that's true. But my understanding of what New to You is that it really is going to, it is going to be heavily influenced by the videos and the creators that you actually watch, where...
I like this.
Yeah, so I'm thinking, I could be wrong, but my understanding is that if you liked a channel that was about microphones, that was kind of a smaller channel, I think that you are more likely to see another microphone channel that also is of a similar size.
Well, you know what's cool, though, or what I personally I have 2 thoughts. Which, as on the creator side of things, like it's great that it could expose your channel to more people in a different way. It's a new avenue to be exposed. I think that's cool. As a viewer, the problem I have, especially like say it's like a weekend that's where I'll watch more YouTube than normally throughout the week, and I go through my subscription feed, I check the homepage, and there's nothing there, and I kind of like run out of videos to watch.
This is exactly how they opened the announcement video of that.
Oh,
it's
really?
Like, so you've gone through your homepage, you've gone through your Explore page, and you still haven't found like new content. You still need like new stuff.
Yeah, like I still want to hang out on the couch and watch something, but I don't know what.
Yeah, you've gone through all your subscriptions and stuff like that. That's what this feed is for, and you can just like refresh it.
I like it. Well, I mean, I like the idea.
Yeah, and it's called New to You because it's totally...
If I haven't seen it, it's new to me.
Yeah. So New to You will appear as a colorful button at the top of the home feed, at the front of the bar where YouTube currently recommends categories. See, this is
I've never used categories.
No?
I've never clicked on that. I just do the homepage. But also, I mostly use the iPad app for my YouTube viewing.
So here you go. Both beneficial for viewers and creators. We know that as creators, it's really magical when you connect with a new person who really loves your content, but maybe just hasn't discovered you before. That's a really magical experience.
Yes, especially when YouTube at the end of the month is like, we showed your video to fewer people and fewer people subscribe to your channel, so your channel's dying, so we're not going to show it to more people.
Oh, here. Different from the Explore page because it's personalized to each user and suggests a range of content they haven't seen before.
Interesting.
So it is different.
Because it's stuff they haven't seen before. Like YouTube will get to a point where they just recommend me my own video and I'm like, I like it, but I've seen it.
Yeah. So that's... I don't know.
That's a cool one. I feel like my reactions were very biased because it was like Facebook sucks, Instagram mistakes, don't know what they're doing, YouTube. I like it.
Okay, let's see. You can buck Wall Street.
I can buck Wall Street expectations,
but you need to be bold about it. Amazon did that years ago by rejecting profitability as a measure and arguing for their market share land grab instead. Google has so much info on me, but I'm not going to lie that the How
For
For
You
You page on TikTok works is something I wanted to experience. So this new YouTube page sounds
See, that's
interesting.
why I tried TikTok, because I heard about the For You page being like, oh, it gets so dialed in, and it just never got to that point for me. And I was like,
This is only on mobile, by the way,
well, great. That's what I
I
use.
think.
Because the iPad app is mobile.
Yeah. The Home tab seems driven by my history, but the Explore tab seems unpersonalized. There you go. I think that's what it is. Yeah, I think the Home, I think, is more personalized to you. But
Gotcha.
yeah, so I don't know what the difference between Home and New to You is. But there you go.
Daniel's here.
Daniel's here.
What are your questions on uploading a self-produced film directly to YouTube? As a creator, would this be the best way to help the film find an audience without many subscribers? I think so.
Yeah.
100%.
I mean, it's your best chance.
Because I know you can go to film festivals and things and stuff like that, but it's like, why? Why do you need to do that? Unless you want the little leaves next to your like title, the official selection of Random Film Festival 2021. Yeah, YouTube. You're in charge of it. You can promote it however you want. It's up there forever. You never know who's gonna find it. It's hard to get like original narrative content to gain traction on YouTube, but I still think, yeah, for sure. If I were like an actual filmmaker, I would do that.
Okay, here's the last piece of news.
Oh, we got news. New news.
It's another YouTube news.
Yay.
I'm really curious to see what you think about
Uh-oh.
this one.
I'm scared now.
YouTube is testing achievement cards in the studio dashboard to mark creator milestones, such as 20,000 hours of watch time, 1,000 views, 10K hours of watch time, 3,000 subscribers. So this reminds me of like TubeBuddy achievements, milestones, but directly into your YouTube studio.
Okay.
It's like trophies.
So I have initially a couple of thoughts because I'm familiar with like the TubeBuddy ones, and I think this could be cool depending on how it's implemented. Which I think looking at this, it looks like they've implemented it the right way. What I don't think would be cool is to put these up there as like in a game when you go through and you see the achievements that you need to try for, and you're like, oh, I got to go back and like finish this thing. I don't like that because I feel like that would be
very
unhealthy for people. Like, how do I get 20,000 hours of watch time?
I don't like that at all.
Because I already see how stressed people get, and I get the reason for it, but the monetization thing of the 4,000 hours and stuff, like people are like, I'm at 3,600 hours. Like, how do I get my last 400 hours? And it's this crazy stressful thing. So if your page is just this blank wall of achievements you haven't gotten yet, that'd be terrible. But if it's set up, which it actually looks like it is, if it's set up in a way where
you just get a notification,
where it's sort of helping you realize these accomplishments, like you might not know that you hit 500 views on something or 1,000 channel views or something, and then when YouTube pops up, it's like, hey, you 1,000 channel views, that's really cool. A big thing which would be cool to see somewhere, this is something I never hear people talk about, but in YouTube analytics, you can go in and not only see like your watch time, your watch hours, your subscribers, but you can see the number of unique viewers you had during a time period. And that's a really cool one to me, because at the end of the month, like even I remember when my channel was at like 8,000 or 9,000, you would still find yourself with like over 100,000 unique viewers every month. And it's like, I didn't have videos that were getting 100,000 views. I didn't have 100,000 people on the channel.
But it's like spread across.
But thinking of like 100,000 different people watch something, that's crazy. Like it shifted the numbers in a different perspective. And that was like a cool little achievement. So maybe they can find little points of data like that are actually interesting that you might be overlooking that could then make you feel accomplished and good about the thing that you're working on. And that would be awesome. So hopefully that's what it is.
Yeah.
This has been news that's new to use.
I was gonna say my gut reaction is I don't like this.
You don't like this?
Yeah, because I don't think that if YouTube is prioritizing creator mental health, I really don't think that gamifying the system is a good thing. But it's the same thing with like the silver freaking play button. I have no aspirations of getting it, but I get why it's there. I understand the sense of pride and accomplishment, and it's a big deal that should be celebrated. I also feel like it puts this other thing to, like a negative thing on the people who haven't hit that. So, that this is not what it's about. It's not about crossing these milestones.
It's like the blue check mark on Twitter?
Of course YouTube would have these milestones, but my instinct is like, gosh, I hope people also remember why they started in the first place.
Well,
and
what
it's
I
not,
would
it's not
like
for this.
for all
Well,
of
I don't
these
know,
things
maybe it is, but
is the ability to just turn them off. And the same thing goes with YouTube Studio, where you log in now and the first thing you're greeted with is most recent video performance, where it's ranking out of your most 10. Here's watch time. Here's that. Like, and you can't avoid it. So even if you just want to check in and see where your subscribers are at, check recent comments, just see that everything's up and running, you can't avoid just having that info thrown at you no matter what. Having access to it, I think, is amazing, but just being able to turn it off, or heck, even go to your like your homepage and being able to like have little widgets like, I'm going to bring in this one, I'm going to turn this one off, I don't care about this, and customize it to the info that you want to see.
Like, I get an email from YouTube every month that tells me how many views, subscribers, and watch time I had in the past month, but it's not compared to anything, so I have no idea whether it's higher or lower, and I like that because it's like, then you just know, like, cool. This is what I did.
Yeah.
But if it's, because I think for a lot of people, just if it's down, it's discouraging, and that's not like a place,
Yeah.
Twitch has it set up like that, I believe, with the personal channel achievements. It's cool to see YouTube implement that, especially if it's not public. It's good encouragement.
Oh, yes, it should not be public. One of my favorite things about podcasting, to tease a later topic, is that when people go to your podcast page or downloads page, it has none. It's just podcast info, episodes. That's it. You don't see download numbers. You don't see subscriber numbers. None of that. There's not even really an actual accurate way to measure that in the first place. So I love that. It's just like, in theory, your show and like one of the most popular shows look essentially the same.
Well, that's it for creator news.
That was fun. Thank you for
that?
finding all those. Yeah, that was really cool. I feel like I learned something. I thought slightly critically about things. And that was cool.
I'll keep an eye out.
I like that. That was really fun.
But, you look delighted.
I was delighted. I get to see stuff. There's new info. There's graphics. It's fun.
All right, guys. So let's
times.
switch gears to the Skacast. I hope Patrick and William Hall are here.
William's here.
Patrick's right there.
Oh, wait. There's Patrick. Gamification for creators. Patrick's going to make a cameo in a second. YouTube wants you to be chasing achievements because it means more watch time, more ad revenue. They're not... Yeah, exactly.
See, that's why it's like, oh, yeah, that'd be cool. But I also understand the intention behind this, and it's not...
Well, that's where I think... And we kind of touched on this last week, or maybe it was on your podcast this week. I don't remember. But YouTube and Google and stuff as a company are huge. And they have so many different areas. So I feel like there's a team of people who are like creator mental health people or whatever. And it's like
advocacy.
They're the ones who are going to go like, yes, take a break from analytics. We need this.
Blah,
we need
blah,
to do it. Like,
yeah.
There's that. And then there's also the development team that's throwing in new features. Then there's also like the management executives that are doing stuff. And and they're all in like their own bubbles. And that's why you get stuff where it's like, this is what I was saying earlier this week. You have the creator advocacy people saying, don't let your analytics burn you out. Like, take a break, check them once a month if you need to. Like, that's kind of the recommendation. Because apparently if you hit 100,000 subscribers, you have the option to have access to like a YouTube liaison, like a touch point person. And I've heard several people say that one of the biggest pieces of advice that person gave them was to check their analytics once a month. Like, you don't want to be so close that you're seeing every up and every down. You just want to, every month, is it generally upwards? You're good. Okay, cool. I don't know anyone who actually does that. And the other flip side, though, is then you have the way like YouTube works. You release a new video, that first 24 to 48 hours is the time period where if it doesn't succeed to a certain extent, then it's basically going to be dead unless something happens months later that like kicks it off again. So that means when you release a video, if you actually want it to do well, you kind of do need to like keep an eye on it. And maybe like, do I need to tweak the title? Do I need to tweak the thumbnail? Should I be responding to comment? Like, it's like, hey, we recommend you do this for your health, but if you want to be successful on the platform, you should do the opposite. It's sort of like the messaging that gets put out there. And that's frustrating.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Skacast. So excited for the Skacast. Oh, dang. So here we go.
Jesse P. I love this. Anyone else hear the mic arm picking up every time Tom? I have told him to not.
I don't. My arm's not even mounted on this desk.
No, I think it's the sound.
Oh, you know what? Deal with it. Like, I don't know what to tell you. It's really hard to do all this stuff at once.
You're doing fine.
Oh, okay. Well, here's what we're going to do. We're going to play a video real quick.
Okay, so here's the Skacast updates.
The Skacast...
It's very exciting.
Sort of. Last week, I did a season 5 premiere of my podcast, The Enthusiasm
Not the
Project.
Skacast.
No, just my podcast.
Yes.
And in that, I asked for, hey, here's some feedback. Here's stuff like that. Like, send me info and stuff. And I got one email right away that had a video in it.
Email.
And I'm going to play that video for you right now.
Hope you're ready.
Hey, Tom. Longish time listener watcher, first time video caller. And I have an important comment, question, concern. And I was on my way to come pick up some sushi for dinner tonight for my family. And I was trying to think, what's the best way to phrase this tactfully? And then I realized the only way to do it is in a song. So here we go. Hey, Tom, I'm obviously a big fan. I'm a YouTube member, a podcast listener. I bought a few things through affiliate links, but Tom, let's let the cat out of the bag. On a new adventure, a podcast treasure. So if you please answer this one thing. What's up with the Skacast? What's up with the Skacast? I know you bought the URL, so seriously, what the HELL? So Tom, the world needs to know. Please share your plans, what can we expect? The Ska Show. Outro. And I guess you can just fade out awkwardly here or do what you want to do. Either way, love your work, man. And what's up with the Skacast?
Okay. Oh, wait, that's the wrong scene. Oh, no! I sort of
That was so incredible. Oh my gosh, Patrick. It's like stuck in my head.
That's a good song.
That should just be the intro of the Skacast.
So I did record episode 2 of the Enthusiasm Project this morning, and I did a video version for channel members, of which, as he mentioned in the lyrics, Patrick is one. So I posted that before this so people could get caught up. Because I wanted to address that. And here was my plan. I had a whole master plan because Patrick sent that and I was like, oh my God, he's got checkered glasses. He's got mouth trumpet sounds. I'm not qualified to have a podcast about ska after hearing this. And then I got kind of motivated because in the song, Patrick says you bought the URL. If you don't know what we're talking about, like a year ago, last summer, I think it was, you can find the episode. It was this show, The Couples Table.
Yes.
We were doing an episode, a regular episode, much like today. And
I don't even know what episode it was.
It was just a normal one about we're talking
whatever.
about YouTube creator stuff or relationship stuff. And somebody asked a question about music, and the next 45 minutes were just talking about bands and talking about ska and all this stuff. And Heather was talking about how happy ska makes me and everything.
Yeah. He's obsessed.
At the end of that, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I feel bad that we turned this into a ska podcast. And somehow it came into the Skacast should be a thing. You should do that. Ha ha ha, jokey joke. And now that has popped up every time.
It's a running joke.
Yeah.
Here at the Couples Table.
Every time music gets brought up, Skacast. And I've been thinking about, where was it here? I apologize. Let's see where I went back. Jesse, I'm sorry when I said deal with it. I didn't mean that in a jerkish way. I just meant it is hard to do all of this at once. And in my world where I come from, doing audio, videos, everything is a test. So if you do a microphone video, people aren't just paying attention to that microphone. Every second of your video is a test. Every bit of your audio is being analyzed. Very different than we have friends who do other genres, other niches, and it's it could sound like they're recording inside of a porta potty, and everyone's like, great video, this is awesome, no problem. And so to me, one of the allures of something like the Skacast would be to make something that's not about any of this. There's no stakes. Like, doesn't matter if nobody listens or everybody listens. But it would just be like something totally different topic. I just thought that would be really, really fun. And then I looked up and I found that Skacast.com is available. So I bought that URL for $12. And I was very excited. And then when Patrick I was so excited, I actually sent a screenshot of that to Patrick. And that's where he was then like, it's happening. You got to do this. And then when I got that video with that amazing song in a parking lot,
I know, it was so good.
It's really, really good. Heather was like snapping the whole time and everything.
I saw it. That should just be at least have it be the outro of the Skacast.
It's really good. And I need to like buy the rights to it or something. But I was like, you know what? I want to be able to address this on my next podcast episode. But I don't want to just say like, yeah, here's an update. I wanted to be able to say like, here's Patrick's question. Check it out. The Skacast is out.
Here's the update.
It's available. I did it. It's done. And so I got really excited. I was like, I'm going to set up a new Buzzsprout thing. I'm going to start submitting it to directories. I'm going to create album artwork. I'm going to do all of the stuff. And everything was going great until I submitted it to Apple. And this is where something very strange happened. And I don't know how this happened and how I didn't notice it. I submitted it to Apple, and that was actually totally fine. Like, it got approved. They sent me the email that was like, great, your podcast is in the Apple directory. And I was like, cool, I'm going to go search for it. And I searched for the Skacast, and what came up was the Skacast, 2 words, not my podcast. And I was like, oh.
So basically, someone else
already did
podcast called the Skacast.
Yeah, Skacast.
It already exists.
They've been doing it for over a year. It has almost 30 episodes.
Active.
Yeah, the most recent episode is very recent. It's like super active. Mm-hmm. It focuses a lot on like interviews and stuff with current working musicians, and like it's very like up to date with what's happening in the ska scene. There's also like a Spanish language element. It's great. Like, people making a great podcast with a really good name.
It's already taken.
So also, as I said in my podcast, if you are from the Skacast and you happen to be watching this, I own the domain. So reach out to me and we should figure out a way for you to have the domain because, it's your domain.
Yes.
Then the problem was, because this was all happening, like we were eating lunch one day and I just literally like turned my computer to Heather and I was like, look at this. And she was like, huh. And we sat there thinking, because of course I'm like, this has been our thing for ages. And Heather even helped me come up with the tagline for the Skacast. The Skacast, a podcast about ska. It's so stupid, but it's perfect. And I was like, oh, I don't know what to do. And part of me was thinking, the existing Skacast is 2 words. Mine is 1.
No.
Yeah, it's a
too
big
close.
difference. And their approach, their angle that they're taking is very different than mine.
Yeah, the whole vibe is
So
different.
the 2 different shows, but having the same name, like,
not good.
yeah, even like, I don't think they'd appreciate that after building up a show for a year, but also for either of us saying like, yeah, my podcast is the Skacast. And every time someone looks it up, it's like, there's
Which
2
one?
and you got, what a nightmare.
No.
So the air was let out of my trumpet. The spit was let out of the spit valve because I got bummed out. And then I realized, you know what? Like Chumbawamba, which is not a ska band, but if I get knocked down, I'm going to get up again. Sorry, I'm hitting the thing. And I'm just going to go for it. So
He's going to go for it.
what would be a more stupid name for the Skacast? Not that it's a stupid name. It's a great name. So the Skacast, a podcast about ska, I figured why not just have it be the Ska Podcast, a podcast about ska, which is dumber in a way that I really like. And then I went ahead and continued with my plan for world domination and put it up. So you can go to theskapodcast.com. You can search it up on all of the major podcasting platforms. There you go. There they are. It says it's in Apple, but it's like it might take a little more time to show up in Apple. There's a trailer, and then there's also the first episode, which I made sure was out in time for where we are right now. So now I have 4 podcasts. It's the 4th wave of podcasting for me. The Ska Podcast.
The Ska Podcast.
It happened.
It lives.
Yes, it's alive.
Yeah, so it's not the Skacast, but it's the Ska Podcast.
Someone else is already just like, I have an idea for a company. I'm going to call it Apple. Somebody's already doing that. Oh, okay. Yeah. I should call it something else. So anyway, that's up in there. I'm going to do
check out
new episodes every Friday.
Tom's new podcast, the Ska Podcast. He's very excited about it, guys, if you can't tell.
It's really fun.
And I'm also very excited for you because, like you said, it has nothing to do with YouTube or microphones or audio, video, nothing. And it's purely a passion project.
Yeah, 100%.
Which I think is good. Because it's like, if you guys like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. Tom's having fun either way.
Right, exactly. And right now it's just me, but I did want to make sure that the invite is always open, especially to the couples table crew.
Can we also talk about this artwork situation? I can't hear it. Look at that. This is hand drawn, everybody. Do you see this?
Well, not the microphone, but
yeah, but this hand drawn. All this hand drawn. I was like, God, it looks so good.
Thank you, dear.
And then I looked at my From 1 to 100 podcast art cover, and I was like, ooh.
Well, the thing I was really happy about when I had to redo it was that it's hard to put a K and a D above each other because they have the letters don't work. And I was like, oh, I could do this cool thing where the stem of the D is also the stump of the K. I don't know what these terms are, but I thought that was kind of cool in terms of a designy thing. And then my show description is just all not random lines, but it's I tried to tie in as many lines from ska songs as possible or ska adjacent songs as possible.
Oh, I can't
Well, it's okay. We'll just go back to our thing here. So anyway, that's there. But yeah, if we have special guests in the future, I would love to not be a solo artist. Ska artist.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So what's your next episode gonna be about?
What I was thinking, now it's what the heck is this show? So here's my plan is to do 10 episodes and then take a break for a few weeks and go what the heck is this show? The first one is just sort of my personal journey through ska, which to give people background on where I'm coming from. What I was thinking of doing next week was diving into the history of the checker pattern and the two-tone thing and all that kind of stuff, kind of going into that. I don't know.
Cute.
My idea was to find an interesting thread related to something to do with ska, whether it's a band, a show, an event, a moment, and then pick it up and see where it goes.
There you go. That's great.
Well, anyway.
Well, I'm very excited for you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I am very excited for me, too.
Awesome.
So thank you, everyone. Even though...
Pick it up.
There we go. Patrick made a happy trombone sound.
You guys all should be on an episode together.
Well, except for JFK, because
he doesn't like ska.
That's okay. Lots of people don't. There's a reason. There's a reason. But there's also though a shocking number of ska podcasts is what I have discovered. There's a lot of them, and a lot of them are music, DJ will play a music kind of a thing. But yeah, there's a lot. It's cool. There's that community is.
Wow, look at Kathy.
Thriving.
She's at the Virtual National Principals Conference. Wow.
That sounds exhilarating.
Oh, man.
Oh,
there you go.
William says we should check out the Boston ska scene. Secret House of Pancakes always had the best ska shows. That's one of the most ska sentences I've ever heard.
So, as we close up the episode, what else is happening?
What the heck else is happening? That was setting up and launching and recording a show in a week was a lot to do. So I did that.
You did.
Oh, we got a hot tub.
Yeah. It's sitting out in the sun in our backyard. Yeah. There's no water in it because we have to get the electricians to do some work still.
Those sponsored videos really paying off. Sorry. It's funny. Yeah, we bought a hot tub. Did we even talk about the hot tub?
I don't think so.
Oh, yeah. So this was a funny thing. We have a backyard that would be perfect for a pool. It's a giant backyard, and it's there's so much you could do with a pool there. The problem is like the sides of our house are incredibly narrow. So I have no idea how pool construction could actually happen in a way that doesn't just destroy everything. And also pools are insanely expensive. Who was it? Oh, it was the electricians I was talking to. And they were like, yeah, I was going to get a pool installed a couple years ago for $20,000. And now it's going to cost me $80,000. So we're not going to do it because everything has just, it's insanely expensive. You like refinance your house and there's all the maintenance costs. And anyway, we were visiting my parents a couple months ago and they have just a little above ground hot tub spa thing. And it's so nice. It's so easy. It's like, it doesn't take up a lot of space. It's super comfortable. You can look at the stars. I mean, granted, like it's burning outside right now because it's so hot here. Yeah, we wouldn't have to even heat it. But it's like a relatively simple thing. It's way cheaper than any kind of in-ground built-in thing. And there's cool options. So we decided like, you know what, maybe we haven't like done like house projects, quality of life things really
for a while,
for years.
Yeah.
Like it's just sort of been maintaining. And we're like, maybe we need to invest in something that's like
just an upgrade.
Just an upgrade, something we can hang out, have conversations in. Like, you know, you can't be like swiping your phone and stuff and all that. Like you have to interact with each other. And we're also getting older and sorer. And so it sounds nice. And we decided to do that. And then we learned the biggest first world problem in the world. There's a national spa shortage because if COVID hasn't taken enough from us, it has now taken our spas. It's like impossible to get a hot tub until like next year, except through Costco. That's the only place you could find literally in the country that had available spas.
Took like a month to get here.
Took a month. But anyway, so it's there. It's all wrapped up like a mummy in the backyard. So we got to go like look at it, make sure it's all good and stuff, and then get it hooked up. But I'm very excited for that.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Anyway, I don't know if that's what you were leading me towards when you said, is anything else happening?
No, I was just asking in general.
Also, I fixed my theremin. That's over there.
Oh.
That's a fun one. The dogs howl when I play it, and it's really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. It took like 10 years. It hasn't been fixed.
Let's see. Will one of the couple's tables be in
That's
the hot
what multiple people are asking now.
The Skacast.
The Skacast cast. Skacast tub.
Spacast. The Spacast.
Let me see. Is spacast.com taken?
A Spacast.
It's all about
the Ska podcast and the Spacast. Ska podcast.
Spa podcast.
I'm starting to forget what the words mean.
Yeah. They're barely. I'm just going to look up something real quick.
Are you looking at
Spacast.com is a longevity care center. Why did they? Anyway, whatever.
It's not happening.
So yeah, sorry. Someone already has Spacast. Anyway, hot tub ska machine. Spacast is taken, Tom. Thanks, Dominic. Thanks again, Dominic, for letting me be in your video. Dominic released a video yesterday. You should take a look at it if you're interested in like filmmaking gear and that kind of stuff. And I got to be a part of it, which was really, really cool.
That was so cool.
Patrick needs a day to work up a spa song.
That was like such a great song. I loved it.
It's so good. I'm like, I know you did it all casually and you did it really quick, like within hours of the episode being finished.
It's so good.
So I don't know how much time went into it, but it's really good. Like it would take me a day to write that. And then Rob said airfryerspa.com.
Oh, Air Fryer Emporium.
And Max looking up the slidecast. Oh, we should do this right now, actually.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to Google
Josh,
Domains.
you know what a theremin is?
I'm impressed.
I know. I didn't know what a theremin is.
I don't know if Ricky's still here from Filmtopia, but if you've been watching Loki, especially yesterday's episode or the season finale, there's theremin music.
Oh, I didn't even notice.
Theremins in the soundtrack all over the place. I was
really?
Yeah, I was like waiting for you to look at me and go like, "Is that a theremin?" And you didn't.
I did not.
Let's see something.
Spacast, Air Fryer Emporium. Oh my God, could you get it?
Wait, that's not how you spell it, right? Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I know this is riveting.
Yeah. Oh.
So here's the thing.
Airfryeremporium.com is taken. Are you kidding?
It's taken? It's $12 a year.
Oh, yes. Get it.
Gotta get it. Gotta get it. Gotta
Don't get it,
domain.
guys.
Rob, don't get this domain. Don't rob me of airfryeremporium.com. And
Yeah, you got it. Cool.
I hope it's spelled right. Air fryer emporium. It looks weird. Fryer emporium next to each other is a weird.
Yeah, anyways.
I like that sound.
Yay!
Yay! I now own airfryeremporium.com. All right.
It's all yours.
And honestly, though, here's a bit of advice that I will give. If you have an idea for something,
yes,
and the domain is available, buy the domain.
Don't even hesitate. It's $12.
Yeah, and James and Mark are asking, where do you go to buy domains? I've been doing it all through Google.
Domains.google.com.
Yeah, you can get in lots of places. Google's the easiest. If it's available and nobody's like squatting on it and doing weird stuff, it's like $12 a year for a .com.
Yeah.
And that's really cool. And you can have multiple domains under your Google account, which is awesome. So. Yeah. So there we go. Airfryeremporium.com. We just point that to like from 1 to 100 or
yeah.
Rob owns 40 domains. I think I might be getting close to that.
Yeah.
But anyway.
I have a couple.
Yeah, like for example, hi, my name is Tom. Sorry, just as an example. Rob has disneyblog.com, had that for years before turning into something. I thought it was really funny. So I think when I first joined Twitter, I found Mark Hoppus. So here we go. Now we're going into like tangential the Skacast. I found Mark Hoppus on Twitter, and his username was hi, my name is Mark, and I thought that was hilarious because it was all one word and it looked panicked, and it reminded me of one time as a kid in high school. I was on MSN Messenger, and one of my friends logged in, and their username was all one word, crap, the spacebar is broke, and every message they typed had no spaces in it because their keyboard spacebar was broken, and like the all one word phrases just make me laugh. And he was, hi, my name is Mark, and I was like, oh, that's really funny. And so then I went and like immediately I was like, I wonder if hi, my name is Tom.com is available. And it was, and I bought it, and then I did nothing with it, which I don't really recommend squatting on domains, but if you have an idea, like, get it. And literally like 3 years later, this guy was like, hey, I noticed you own this domain, but you're not using it. Can you sell it to me? And I was like, I don't really want to sell it. I think I might do something with it. Where 7 years later, it became my main website domain. And now it's like where everything is hosted through. So anyway, I've never sold a domain, but if you have an idea, look up, see if the domain's available. You might want to hop on that.
Get on it.
So anyway, there we go.
There we go.
We did it. Is it time to clear the table?
I think so. God, you're so amused. I like it.
Yeah, I am. All right. Anyway. Let's bring this plane in for a landing.
Okay, let's bring it in.
Double click on it, bring it in for a landing. So, thank you guys for being here. I had fun.
Thanks for hanging out. Yes.
You can go listen to the Skacast. Oh, James and Mark just bought jamesandmark.com.
Yay! I can't believe you didn't have it. It was cool. Available.
If it's available, you might also want to buy markandjames.com just in case people in their minds get it backwards. Mm-hmm. James and Mark can be your main one, but if someone doesn't remember and they type it the wrong way, it might be a good thing to have.
There you go.
All right. Thank you guys. I hope you have a great
Homesick Mac.
rest of your day, evening, night, all that stuff. Bailey's here. I know you're super busy right now, so I'm glad you could stop in and say hi. It's super early over there.
I know.
So I hope you have a great rest of your day.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.